In part 2 of this video series, we looked at how, on the first day of the Russian invasion, Hostomel airport was hit by first a cruise missile, then by 3 hours of helicopter strafing, followed by Russian special forces being inserted by helicopters. That night, Ukrainian forces tried to infiltrate the area around the airport to shoot down incoming Russian troop carrier planes. A force of 48 Ukrainian paratroopers were approaching the airport under cover of darkness when they were spotted by a Russian microdrone. Here's what happened next. The Wall Street Journal reports that the Ukrainians, knowing they had been spotted, stormed the airport, but they ran into the airport's tall concrete wall topped with barbed wire. Lacking explosives to blast through, the team cut a hole in the wire and started scaling the wall. 5 made it over. Then a Russian machine gun opened up at them. 3 of the Ukrainians were badly injured. The incoming fire pinned the team down, and a grenade exploded close to them, setting the grass around them on fire. They realized that the enemy had used their time to build a strong line of defense, so they called in coordinates for Ukrainian artillery to hit the enemy from the south. At that stage, another Ukrainian attack was launched by an armored unit that had approached the airport from the north, so the team managed to set up firing positions for anti-aircraft missiles. Their commander was then told via radio that the Russian aircraft operation was called off because the Russians realized Ukrainian missile teams were active in the zone outside the airport perimeter. We'll show you how the battle for Hostomel ended tomorrow. The battle happened on the first day of the invasion, and it resulted in a flood of video footage as Ukrainian civilians used their phone cameras to record images of the battle. The footage shows hundreds of Russian helicopters flying low over Ukraine as they headed toward the strategic airport. Some also show Russian helicopters being shot down by missile teams while on their way. As the battle at the airport went on, Russian armored columns started approaching Kyiv from the north, and it was at the town of Skivin where the Ukrainian military sprung a trap for the approaching force. A new video shows a very brave Ukrainian infantry team ambushing the entire column of Russian tanks and APCs with modern anti-tank missiles, and that from an incredibly close distance of only 30 meters. A recent drone video posted by WarLeaks shows a Russian armored convoy being ambushed on the E95 highway just north of Skivin in Ukraine. It is clear from the footage that a Ukrainian infantry team had constructed a concealed firing position that managed to keep them hidden from Russian tanks passing only 30 meters away. Without warning, the Ukrainian team fired multiple anti-tank missiles at the closest Russian vehicles. An N-law missile can be seen streaking over one tank, detonating above it. The explosion then punched through the tank's thin roof armor and started a fire in the tank. Within seconds, the tank's crew can be seen exiting the tank and running in all directions. Behind the burning tank, Russian infantry exited their APCs, also running for cover while the ambush team sprayed automatic fire at them from close range. The APCs then took evasive action to escape from the kill zone. Behind them, 2 Russian tanks fired toward the main ambush position, hitting the area with high explosives, before another anti-tank rocket hit one of the tanks, seemingly with little effect. At the end of the video, the tank that was first hit by the first N-law missile can be seen rolling down the road, while a Russian APC maneuvers behind it. The tank is clearly cooking off as the explosives inside it are starting to burn. The footage is a reminder of the sudden ferocity of war, as well as the brutal cruelty of a successful ambush followed by a successful counter-ambush. A few days later, the Russian advance in the south would reach the strategically important city of Mariupol. Here, the gunner of a Ukrainian BTR-4 fighting vehicle had his helmet cam on when he engaged multiple Russian tanks and APCs in a deadly motorized street fight. The Telegraph has posted helmet cam footage that was released by the Ukrainian National Guard's Azov regiment. The regiment says the footage shows the targeting screen of the gunner of a Ukrainian BTR-4 that was engaging Russian armor in the outskirts of Mariupol in Ukraine. The footage shows the view through the APC's gun camera as the vehicle arrives at a street corner and sights a Russian T-72 tank. The viewer can then see the gunner aiming the vehicle's 30mm cannon and firing multiple rounds into the tank as the Ukrainian vehicle slowly backs up to get behind the cover of a house. In another clip, the same vehicle gets to another street corner, sights a Russian APC, and starts firing shells at it. Troops can be seen hiding behind the Russian APC as the gunner then aims the cannon to impact in front of the APC, thereby hoping to create deadly shrapnel flying underneath the armored vehicle and hitting the soldiers behind. The gunner then fires many more shells into the front of the APC, severely damaging it before speeding off. The BTR-4 is an amphibious 8x8 wheel armored personnel carrier, or APC, designed in Ukraine by the Kharkiv Morozov Machine Building Design Bureau.
For more news animations and explainers, hit the subscribe and bell button to join the TomoNews family. Thanks for watching.